Hi guys, Joseph the World here, and today we're going to be talking about another disgusting nonce. And the disgusting man you see on your screen right now is Tony Myers, a dead 30-year-old that tried to communicate and meet a 13-year-old girl. And if you live in the UK, you might have seen these clips before.
Your name is Tony, we are called Credit Exposure.
I've heard of you.
We are called Credit Exposure, and we've just exposed your ass. Alright?
You're going to meet the girl, you're going to take her to the mall, to have sex with her in the car.
Why are you here today to meet a 14-year-old child?
I'm not.
Do you want me to read your chat log out?
What? You should know, because it's you with a virgin and it's good that you don't know what to do. Have you got hair down and tits?
This is a child you're speaking to, because you're a fucking date bastard, that's why.
You put the smaller, the better.
Can you remember saying that? You can't. You is a fucking liar.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Tell us.
Let's continue. Tony obviously thought he was going to meet up with a 13-year-old. Luckily, it wasn't a 13-year-old. It was a predator hunting group known as Predator Exposure. Who, in the conversation, obviously I showed a few clips of what was said, and there's far more, but some of it is that explicit I can't show it, otherwise this video will get taken down, I promise. Also, he appeared on the Jeremy Kyle Show, an old British TV show from ITV, where more average people, usually lower class if you don't mind me saying, would appear on the Jeremy Kyle Show to kind of try to find a resolution to the answers to certain issues they might have, like lie detectors, pregnancy tests, and that kind of thing. And they accuse him of just wanting it for attention, which could all be true. I could not find footage of him being on the Jeremy Kyle Show, or even screenshots or images, so if anybody can find any footage, let me know, and I'll, I might try to upload it, or, edit in at some other point. Anyway, and I just want to point out, the link will be in the description if you do want to go check out, the full sting. But anyway, he was, as he found out the age of this person, being a 13-year-old girl, the conversation quickly became increasingly more disturbing and sexual, and there was obviously no excuse at this point. He was fully aware of her age, and apparently during the conversation as well, Tony began to suspect that this might be a setup, and he told the girl in one message that you talk like a police officer. And even despite being suspicious, he still tried to meet up at a Bradford interchange in Leeds. And in the sting, he says, "Why would I be a predator when I could just call a prostitute?"
I had no fuck off! Get him. Fucking nothing out. See ya. I'll show you on it.
Fuck all, man. You fucking meant it all up. Is that pedo? What? Pedo? No. You are a pedo.
Don't.
Am I? No, you're a pedo.
Yeah, but don't start kicking off.
Bye.
But what actually happened to Tony Myers? What happened after he was arrested and obviously appeared in court? Obviously, throughout all of the sting, he denies adamantly that he didn't do anything wrong. But later, obviously when he appeared in court, and there's a picture of him leaving the court, but anyway, he admitted to the charges of attempting to incite a child to engage in sexual activity and attempting to meet a minor following sexual grooming on the day of the trial. He was jailed for 10 months, suspended for 2 years, and ordered to complete up to a 90-day of rehabilitation. He was then made subject of a 10-year sexual harm prevention order and must register as a sex offender for the same time, so 10 years. Also, something I thought I should point out, the judge gave him a bit of a lighter sentence because both offences were attempts, and in reality, attempts that would have been impossible as the person who we was communicated was not a child. They did not exist, it was a setup, and that's in quotes, so that's what the judge said. And honestly, I do not agree with that judge's decision to only sentence him for 10 months. honestly, regardless if it was a setup or not, he had fully every intention to go meet up with this child and do disgusting acts. If it wasn't that, a child probably would have been scarred and traumatized for life now, and he might have gotten away with it originally. Honestly, it's a bit of a joke. 10 months, that's it. 10 months. It's mad that you could literally steal a fucking Twix from your local shop, and yet you'd probably get sentenced to longer than that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's been Joseph the World.